Sean, I've told you that if Nigeria is allowed, Nigeria will be number one economy in the world. We have everything to make it happen. But both internationally and locally, and people who are jealous of Nigeria are fighting Nigeria.
What do you make of Trump's possible intervention, military-wise, to Nigeria?
Well, it will be a very good thing when he consults with the federal government. We have made efforts to also reach out that the military attack to the terrorists and bandits will be a combined effort of the federal government of Nigeria and the United States of America. I don't see anything wrong to fight the bandits and the terrorists. I don't see anything wrong.
So you agree that Trump should come in?
Let me tell you, when President Obasanjo was president, I am one of those who supported that Africans should be in Nigeria with 10,000 U.S. soldiers. Those are part of the problem I had. I'm one of those who openly, I was called all kinds of names, agent of CIA, agent of Heaven and Earth, agent of this, because I supported openly in the Council of State that America should establish a base in Nigeria, a base in Gulf of Guinea, because it's going to serve a lot of purposes in Nigeria. It's going to serve, stealing of our crude oil will no longer be there because they have a subland, all the water there. And security will be tough. What is happening today will not happen. So I want Nigerian people and Nigerian leaders not to be short-sighted. What Trump is saying is a reality. I support what he's saying, but it has to be harmonized between federal government of Nigeria and the United States of America.
And even when he's called Nigeria a now disgraced country,
it doesn't make any meaning what he calls us. We're a country, we are proud of our country. I'm proud of government of Nigeria. Whatever he calls us is what he wants to say. He's in his house, we're in our country. So for me, we need to work together with the United States of America. We need that partnership.
Yeah. Are you worried that if this appellation or this tag, this is not the first time of country of particular concern, if it stays, is going to be a strained economy, trade, commerce, and diplomatic wise between Nigeria and the United States? Would this worsen our situation?
No, Trump is not going to allow this to happen because he's going to worsen the situation of the people he's trying to protect. No president wants anybody to suffer. Whether he's a half president, or he's a big president, or he's a small president, no president or the leader wants the people he rules, or people of a particular country to suffer.
But why was it difficult for you and your colleagues in the National Assembly to relate with your colleagues in the Congress, in the United States, because the conversation and the debate started in the American Congress, and we thought that intervention, hand to hand, handshake to handshake between one parliament and the other will almost get the job done, because there are a lot of people sitting in Washington D.C. pressurizing the government of the USA over the situation in the country and giving them the perspective that the government of Nigeria is denying. Why is it being difficult for you and your colleagues to bring down the intervention?
The National Assembly under Senator Godswill Akpabio, we have made overtures to our colleagues, and we are talking. It's not what I will come here to tell you. We are talking with United States Senate. We are talking with their congressional leaders. We are talking with all kinds of people there. And it's not everything that we allow the press to come in. We are talking. Efforts are being made, seriously. Because Nigeria, for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
well, West Virginia Republican Congressman Riley Moore is back with me now. He has been following the situation. We've talked to him many times. Congressman Moore, my heart is broken as a mother. I woke up yesterday and I saw 52 girls taken from a Catholic school. That number is now in the hundreds. We have pictures of the dormitory at a separate school where girls were taken that we'll put up on the screen. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, Kaylee, I mean, this is just, as a father, it's absolutely heartbreaking. And I'm just so sick and tired of, frankly, doing interviews like this where I have to talk about more kids getting kidnapped, more Christians being murdered. And it's just, it makes your stomach turn. It just does. And what I can tell you right now is no one has laid claim to this abduction, which makes me believe that this was Fulani militants again. striking this school, St. Mary's. So that's who I believe has done this again. That's who I believe attacked that Catholic church also earlier this week where people were abducted and killed. And this is why at that hearing where you just played at the outset that we had with the administration, which I was part of that hearing, one of the things I am calling for is for the government to disarm the Fulani militants in the middle belt of the country. It's illegal to own firearms in Nigeria, but somehow these nomadic tribesmen can just lay waste and murder all over the country against Christians, and nobody does anything. But you have this individual, Sunday Jackson, who is a Christian farmer who defended himself against an Islamic radical Fulani militant. He's facing the death penalty right now. Where's the justice in that? And that's one of the things I think the Nigerian government can do is to restore credibility in their government and their justice system is to free Sunday Jackson.
Congressman Moore, I want to play some remarks you made 2 weeks ago on this program. You had a word of caution, perhaps, I would say, to the Nigerian government with whom you met some representatives this week. Here's what you said 2 weeks ago.
I'm asking Nigeria, do the right thing here. Partner with the United States. Help us protect the Christians in your country, and we will help you. This doesn't have to be all sticks. It can also be carrots here. Or we do have these kinetic military options on the table, which the president has made very clear he will consider.
You met with the Nigerian delegation this week. Have those kinetic threats moved them at all?
Kayleigh, actually, I will say that the meeting was productive. It was frank, very honest with them, and it does sound like they are open to partnering with the United States to stop these killings. They met with myself and the administration as well, including Secretary Pete Hegseth. And so I think we did make some progress in getting them to a place to partner with us to stop these killings. But there's a lot of things that they can do, and I think one of these first steps is releasing Sunday Jackson. I think another one is coming up, working with us for a plan to disarm these militants in the middle belt of the country, the Fulani Islamic radicals that are there. But we did make progress in that conversation.
I do want to also pull up some words that stuck out to me. This was in the New York Times. And this was about the earlier attack. It's sad that you have to differentiate. There were 2 schoolgirl attacks this week. Well, this was the earlier one. The gunman stormed the school for more than 20 minutes, apparently without any intervention from security forces. There is a security checkpoint not far from the school. And the Nigerian police force says, look, we were there. There's so many mixed messages. Are you confident that they're trying to rescue these girls? I mean, I think back, this has happened since 2014 when Boko Haram took those sweet little girls.
Well, and those girls all haven't been returned yet either. And so this is escalating out of control. The National Security Advisor who led that high-level delegation that came to the U.S. for these meetings, they understand that they are in a rock in a hard place here, and they got to make the right decision, or President Trump is going to start making some decisions. He's made that very clear. But I do think that this is an opportunity for the Nigerians to work with us in coordination and cooperation to end this. Stop the killing of these Christians. Stop the kidnapping of these children. This has got to end. It's a human tragedy that's taking place over there.
Congressman Riley Moore, thank you for being a voice for our brothers and sisters in Christ abroad. Appreciate you.
We have the utmost respect for the United States of America. We have, by extension, the utmost respect for its president, President Trump. It's unfortunate that President Trump has been misinformed by those that trade in generalized labelings, and unfortunately, it has resulted in this statement. We urge that the engagement that is ongoing continues so that we will provide more information and clarity. We are not the ground for either a jihad nor a crusade. Nigerians have lived in peace, relative peace, with each other for a very, very long period of time. We are the people that populate the confluence of the rivers Niger and Benue, and we will continue to do so. And it's important to be mindful of the complexity of the Nigerian state It is a multi-diverse state in so many regards, and it is an ally of the U.S. Because we've worked successfully together in the past. And we actually appreciate what President Trump has done in the past when other subsequent U.S. administrations would not sell Tucano jet fighters to us, planes, aircraft to us. President Trump acquiesced to that. Some of the things that we're experiencing at the moment have a direct linkage to the application of the Leahy Law to countries like Nigeria, where they were deprived of weapons to maintain peace at home and help also maintain peace in the region. This is why we continue to experience terrorism in the region, in the Sahel region. Whereas in the past, when we worked successfully together with the U.S., you could see what Nigeria was able to achieve. We resettled Sierra Leone, we resettled Liberia successfully, and our multinational joint task force
Minister, I'm interrupting
was very
you.
effective in the fight against terrorism. Until
Minister, just stay there for a moment, if you will, because joining me now is.
Welcome back to the channel. So really, Mo is basically saying the US can't keep sending military help to Nigeria if the government refuses to protect Christians and stop the violence happening across the country. And honestly, with everything going on right now, this demand, it makes sense. The killings, kidnappings, church burnings, and endless attacks on innocent people have gotten out of hand, and Nigerians leaders, they keep acting like it's not that serious. So backing the US on this condition is not out of place at all. The first condition they are giving us is simple. Nigeria must show real proof that it's fighting religious-based violence, not the usual press statements, not empty promises. They will just want actual action. For years now, and with what is happening, we are seeing communities in the North and Middle Belt crying out. A lot of families, they are losing their loved ones. Farms are being destroyed. Even churches are being wiped out in the middle of the night. Yet the government keeps talking about unknown gunmen instead of facing the truth. If the Nigerian government can't guarantee safety for Christians and other vulnerable groups, why should any foreign country keep supplying weapons, training, or intelligence? Is it really relevant? So the US is saying, do your part first, and that's fair. And the second one is accountability. They want Nigeria to start investigating these attacks properly and bring the real killers to justice. No more pretending, no more covering up, no more blaming imaginary groups or twisting the narrative. People want to see arrests, prosecutions, and convictions. They want to see that the government is actually standing with victims instead of ignoring their suffering. And if Nigeria cannot do this, then any partnership is just useless. So this is all about demanding responsibility from leaders who have allowed too many lives to be wasted. If thousands of Christians have been killed and nobody is paying the price, then something is seriously wrong. And if foreign partners are saying we won't help until you fix this, then maybe that pressure is very needed. And right now, Nigeria is dealing with a lot of banditry, terrorism, extremist groups, and unchecked violence everywhere. And a lot of people are tired. Communities are even scared. The government keeps acting slow, and it's really a thing of concern. So if the US wants Nigeria to meet these conditions before any military deal continues, this is just a wake-up call. That's what I think. A government that can't protect its people shouldn't expect other nations to keep supporting them blindly. So that is what I have to say about this, and that's my opinion. Well, what's your take about this? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And if today is the first time joining the channel, Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.